KD9MED, KD9MED, K9RFD. Start recording. Thanks. The Friday Night Fun Net is on the air. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what the zombie of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL on your radios not working properly, you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency of the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will announce you and check you in the net. This is the Friday, July 29, 2022 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. This net is being live streamed around the world via the internet. Mike, K9MED in Rochelle, is live streaming this net. Those of you who wish to check in via the internet, check in via the internet and with Mike, K9MED, and he will relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Also, this net is being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. For those, just a minute. Okay, if you're out in the sticks, you can. If you can't hear the repeater because you're too far away from it or due to conditions, you don't have internet access, you just give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. It's area code 815-232-FN, or Friday Night Fun Net. 232-3636, local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. By the way, folks, please put in your prayers for the people down in Kentucky. They're having terrible flooding down there. From what I heard on the news, their internet and cell phone service is completely down. You know that the ham radio operators for Aries Races, Skywarn, and the Salvation Army Siren, they're on the air. Like we always say, when all else fails, ham radio works. So please keep the people of Kentucky in your thoughts and prayers. They're going through you know what. That's all I'll say about it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time molestations. If you can't stay for the net, you got family time, you're never concentrating, you're driving, but you still like to check in the net, we'll take your short time molestations. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we will take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. And, your traffic consists of bike rides, marathons, Amfest, or breakfast. And we'll do it that way. Let me reset. Okay, is somebody trying to get in? Come on back. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, we'll go and do our regular features. We'll do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. In honor of our late great friend and colleague, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. He always, he did a tech net many years ago on the 443.750 repeater here in Freeport. Then later on, he and Tony, K9RFD, got together to have the Tuesday evening tech net on the 145-110 repeater in Monroe. Carl used to read a lot of stuff out of the different ham radio magazines or publications about propagation, theory, electrical principles, and what have you. This is our TechNet portion. If you have any technical questions like we did last week, please feel free to ask them, and we will do our best to answer them for you. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio should I get, mobile or base or what have you? So, if you have technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the W9 at Gene Duncan DX corner. In honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, King of DX. Every time you check the net, you always had a DX report. Then we'll have our swap net. You have items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies of ramp trader or computers. We'll do that. If you have any swap net traffic, please feel free to advertise your product. We'll do our best to have them help you sell them. The topic for tonight, we're talking about county fairs. Are you planning on attending any county fairs this year? The Stevenson County Fair is underway this weekend. It will wrap up tomorrow night. You're planning on coming to Freeport, you're welcome to attend. We got other county fairs taking place later on. So that's what we'll talk about. Okay, another announcement I want to make. I'm sure many of you knew what happened last Friday night. We had to cut the net short at 9:55 p.m. because we were getting the band openings were tremendous. I was getting a lot of traffic on both this repeater and on the 195 repeater. As a result, I had to bring the Friday night fun net to an early close. If anything happens, then we cannot hold the Friday night fun net on a Friday night, either on this repeater or on 195. We'll just postpone for 24 hours, and we'll just have the Friday night fun net on Saturday night. That's just plain old all there is to it. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. I do have a K9MED Mike and Rochelle checked in short time. I'm sure you'll check probably later on during the net, but you got some things you had to do. But he is live streaming this net and recording it on the Facebook page. Okay, with all so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time or mobile stations you'd like to check in? Please call now.
K9KZT, Larry, no traffic. Short time.
K9KZT, Larry and Robert, King of CW. Okay, Larry, we got you checked in short time. You have a good evening. Please feel free to recheck in if you wish. Larry, K9KZT has CW practice on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights. Immediately following the respective 7 p.m. nets on this repeater and on the 195 repeater. Okay, any more short time mobile stations want to check? Please call now.
Alpha 9, Victoria Uniform. Mike, Bill. I walked on you, I guess, the first time, so I hope maybe we got a clear channel. Short.
I got you checked in short time, Mike. There's a lot of but we got 7-3, you have a good evening, and thank you for checking in. Short time mobile station, please call now.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Greg in Rockford. Short time, no traffic, but I'll try to check back in later.
N9GBP, Greg in Rockford, short time. Okay, I got you checked in, Greg. Please feel free to recheck in anytime during the evening. We are expecting that we will go past 10 o'clock tonight, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations like checking the Friday night fun net? Please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul Low Sport, short time, no traffic.
K9QPL, Paul Lost Park. By the way, Paul, congratulations on the 75th birthday of the city of Lost Park. They're going to have a big shindig tomorrow. They're going to have carnival rides, music, food. They're going to have fireworks displayed tomorrow night. So, congratulations on Lost Park's 75th birthday, and thank you for checking the Friday night fun. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Are there any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, we got 5 short-time stations, so okay, we'll move on to general check-ins. I will first take any general check-ins from Northern Illinois who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe.
K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. Got you checked in, Larry. We'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois with the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
AP9NW, Tom and Roscoe.
AC9NW, Tom Roscoe. Got you checked in, Tom. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. There was another station trying to check in. Other station, come back, please.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford.
KD9MED. Hello, Terry. I was kind of starting to wonder about you. I know we haven't heard you for the past 2 or 3 weeks here, but we're glad you're back on the air. So we'll get back to you in a few minutes. Well, I know I'm sure you have a DX report, so we'll pass that. We'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois at the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, a lot of people might be out enjoying the weather. There's Rockford City Market still going on. I think they'll be closing in about 15 minutes. Yeah, if you're going down to that or any other activity, please take your HTs with you so you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net. Same if you're coming to Stevenson County Fair. If you're going to take a ride, I think that they close down at 11 o'clock tonight, so you want to go on the ride, especially on the Ferris wheel. Make sure you take your HT with you. When you get to the top there, the highest point there, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net using your HT. Okay. Any more stations from Northern Illinois you'd like to check in, please call now.
N9CNW, November 9, Chicago Northwestern, Mark and Rockford.
N9CNW, Mark in Rockford, we got you checked in. Mark, we get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, no further check-ins from Northern Illinois. We'll see if we can get how many checks we get from Southern Wisconsin. A station in Southern Wisconsin would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, we got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, it's Friday Night Fish Fry Night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, either catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappie. Then those of you in the Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and brunch. Right here, of course, you cheese lovers are eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, are there any stations from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. is KD9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. At this time, are there any more stations from Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in? Please call now. This is a special anniversary for me for the Friday Night Fun Net. It was exactly 11 years ago tonight, on Friday, July 29, 2011. I had my very first 50-plus check-in Friday Night Fun Net. At that time, we were operating on the 147.255 repeater. And I'll tell you what, band conditions were just the nuts, we'll put it that way. I had stations checking in from Iowa, Keokuk, Iowa, Minnesota, all over the place. I had exactly 56 check-ins. I would have had a 57th check-in, but that last station I lost contact, so the constant is 56 check-ins. This is my all-time favorite Friday Night Fun Net of all time. I still got I preserved the check-in list from that night. Maybe it's later, if we got time later on during the net, I'll read all those stations of all those call signs that checked in. So, okay, let's go. Well, I don't have any traffic. Does anybody have any traffic they'd like to pass along for the net? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. This is our TechNet portion, in honor of our late great friend and colleague Carl Larson, W9UIJ. Of course, I mentioned that he ran a couple of TechNets several years ago. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to get? A mobile, base, or all mode, or what have you there? You have any technical questions? Please feel free to ask them. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net? Okay. Well, there to be no technical questions, we'll move ahead to the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner. In honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you checked into this net, you always had a DX report to pass along. Does anybody have a DX report that they'd like to bring before the net? Please go ahead.
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Gary, what do you got for us?
Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Last week, I wasn't here. I don't remember why I didn't show up, but I'm back. Last week and this week were pretty much the same. This week I worked 21 countries. No new countries, sorry. I did get a couple of confirmed contacts in Indonesia, a couple in Belarus this morning. 17, 15, 20, all seem to have been working good. Brief reset. This morning, I'll tell you one that got away. D2UY Angola was piled up all morning. Most of the morning I couldn't hear him, but boy, I could sure hear everybody else working him. And then for a while around 11:30, he came up really loud. I mean, really, really loud. And I tried to work him, and well, there's no way you're going to get to the top of a pile up like that. So that's the one that got away. D2UY Angola. Brief reset. This week I didn't make any 60-meter any 6-meter contacts I think the season is just about petered out now. Last week I had 5. For the year, I have 60 new 6-meter contacts, and last year I had 18. Brief reset. I made one of my milestones this week. I passed the 7,000 logged contacts mark, and I also passed the 6,000 confirmed contacts mark. I get pretty consistently, I get about 86% of my QSOs confirmed, and I really, really appreciate it when people confirm. And I'll close up with a riddle. Brief reset. Here's something that's puzzled me all this time. If there's a guy in Canada, and he's calling CQDX, does he want an answer from a United States station? Does he consider the United States to be DX? I'll just leave that laying there for you guys. KD9MED.
I don't know what to tell you about that. Oh boy. Probably somebody just don't know what he wants in life or something like that. He's just playing. You're just playing around. So I don't know. Well, we'll just see what happens. Kerry, thank you very much for your DX report. And does anybody else have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along? Well, you know what? I haven't done this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put down the W9AXD. Of course, that call now belongs to Gary in Crystal Lake, formerly KD9FML. I don't know if he'll check in there or not. If I don't hear him during the net, I'll just put a little HC down for honorary checking in honor of Gene Duncan. As far as I'm concerned, he is very much alive. We'll put it that way. Like I said, he was always a faithful check-in to the Friday Night Fun Net. He checked in during the very first net we did back in December 5th, 2008. So that was he's been. There were a few times when he missed, but it was very seldom ever that he had missed to check in this net. Okay, let's go ahead and do the swap net. All items be bought or sold or traded must be related to hobbies, raps, radio, or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. It may mention price over the air, but any handling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Is there any station with swap net traffic? Please go ahead. Okay, getting back to the DX report. If anybody's interested on the 7, just a minute. On the 7.241 megahertz, 40 meters. There's having a contest this weekend from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Al, K9EPZ, called me on the phone about 10 o'clock last night and let me know about it. He was picking them up. Unfortunately, I was only just barely able to copy him, but I think it's all weekend they're having some sort of a auto race there. I don't know what it is, because I don't follow racing, but that's what's going on. 7.241 megahertz, 40 meters, lower sideband for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They're having some sort of a contest there. Okay, just let me get all my papers and stuff put away. This is what happens when you have a desk all full of papers and what have you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're talking about county fairs. is anybody planning on attending any county fairs this year? I was at the Stevenson County Fair yesterday, and I'll tell you what, I may go back out there tomorrow. We'll wait and see what happens. Tomorrow's the last day for it. By the way, they're going to be having a fireworks display. I don't know what time it'll take place, but at the conclusion of the demolition derby, they're going to at 8:30 they're going to open the gates to free admission, so anybody can see the fireworks show. That'll be taking place. That's the first time that a fireworks display has ever taken place at the close of the Stevenson County Fair. So let me reset. So if you want to see fireworks this weekend, you can either go to Loves Park for their 75th anniversary celebration, or you can come over to Freeport and watch the fireworks at Stevenson County Fair. All right, K9HKX, they're in Roscoe. Are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
KC9GCR in the group. This is KD9HKX. Good evening, everybody. The short answer is no. The somewhat longer answer is, you know, as growing up as a kid on the farm, I and my brothers were all involved with 4-H, and since we were involved with 4-H, we had stuff going on at the fair every year, and you know, that's not something you just walk away from when you're doing stuff out at the fair from 4-H. So every day of the fair we were out there, and I think we just got burnt out and just don't go anymore. So that's the short story and the long story. Brief reset. Other than that, everything here is going well. Nothing to report of any consequence. So I'll turn back to you, Jim. KC9GCR, KD9HKX.
Okay, Larry, sounds good. Oh yeah, definitely. That was definitely a must back in your day. You're on the farm there, like a 4-H and FFA. Oh yeah, definitely go down to display those your cattle or sheep, hogs, and what have you. That was definitely fun. The 4-H building was completely empty this year. There was no exhibits or nothing in there, and that's the same with our dining hall. That's going to be torn down, and they're going to be building a new dining hall. Sure, they're trying to raise money, but that was the way it was there. So you bet. Okay, Larry, thanks for your comment there. So AC9 and NW, Tom and Roscoe, are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
No, we won't be attending any this year. We used to years ago, but haven't for quite a while now, so we won't be attending one. AC9NW, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in for your comment. KD9MED, Kerry in Rockford. I don't know if you've ever attended any county fairs or not, but are you planning on attending any this year?
This is KD9MED. Well, I've been to many county fairs, but these days I just don't go out for destination entertainment anymore. I just don't go out to restaurants or anything. I just sit at home and that's about it. So, but however, there was one county fair that I went to that sticks out in my mind. 3 Freeset. In the late 1970s, at the Winnebago County Fair in Pecatonica, I drove in one of the demo derbies there. I had a deuce and a quarter, which is the wrong kind of car to use in a demo derby. And I lasted about 80 seconds before my car was disabled, so I live to tell about it. Here I am. KD9MED.
Oh boy, that must have been something. Yeah, well that got you survived. That's for sure. Wouldn't be talking to you today. So, okay, sounds good. You know, I was going to say too. They had the tractor. I used to like to watch those tractor pulls. And like, they must have had them, I don't know what day they had them, but I think they usually have them like a couple times during the daytime. We used to watch those guys, how they scoop up those tractors. When they go, all that smoke come out of there. And I'll tell you what, where I live, where I could sit out back there when I can hear those tractor poles going. You can hear them when the wind coming out of that direction, out of the south. You could definitely hear them. Oh yeah, those of course those guys back growing up on the farm, they had those tractors. Let's see, International Harvester, the GI Case, the John Deere. No, let's see. Well, of course now it's Case IH now, and of course John Deere still does business and I don't know who else manufactures tractors now, but that was definitely fun to watch. Okay. Thanks for your comment there, Kerry. N9CNW, Mark, are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
Easy to the net, N9CNW here. No, I'm not going to make any fairs. My ability to walk is not such good shape. Maybe if I had a motorized wheelchair or something, I might try it, but I don't have anything like that. I just got my walker and my walking stick, so I'll be staying home. Yeah, we used to love to go to the Belvedere Fair and see the hot rod tractor pulls, and some with jet engines and some with 4 engines, and we always got to take my boys over there when they were younger. And, one time I remember going over there, I saw Patty Loveless, the country western singer. That was pretty cool. We were right in the second row, so that was pretty neat. Yep, we used to do a lot of fairs, not anymore. N9CNW, XMS.
Okay, sounds good, Marky. Thanks for your comment there, and thanks for checking in. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening Ragged net there. So, okay. Let's see. K9RGG, Norman Orfordville. What's going on with you? Are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Well, Jim, first a comment about the turnout tonight. It is a beautiful night out there. My wife and I were sitting out in the backyard here, and it got to be late, and I came in and I said, oh my gosh, Jimmy's going to start at 8 o'clock, so I grabbed my dinner plate, and I'm now having dinner with Jimmy. So that's another name you could supply for the Friday Night Fun Net, I guess. I love state fairs. I love Rock County Fair. I love the Walworth County Fair. I love them all, but I'm not going to go to them this year. I'm avoiding the crowds because COVID is picking up again. So hopefully I'll get out there next year. Back to you, Jim. KC9GCR, KC9RGG. And I'm going to bed with the chickens.
Okay, Norm, sounds good. I'm sure you probably had those cream puffs when you were at the Wisconsin State Fair, but that's the way it goes. I know. Let's see. Back in 2020, we did not have a Stevenson County Fair. Last year we did, and I went, and this year I went too. So nothing, COVID or any other disease is not stopping me. That's for sure. So okay. Thanks for checking in, Norman. I better let you go so you can hit the sack. So okay. First of all, okay. Thanks for checking in. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
Alpha Charlie 9, Golf Oscar, Larry, and Rockford.
KC9GCR. Here is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India, Scott and Monroe.
Okay, I got 2 stations checking. The AC9 Geos, Larry and Rockton have got you checked in. K9YI, Scott and Monroe, I've got you checked in also. Scott, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. AC9 Geo, Larry and Rockton, what's going on with you? are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
Hadn't thought about attending any county fairs, Jim, but you never know. You might get bored and decide to go to one. But I haven't been to a fair for probably 5 years, maybe more. Could be 10. You know, at my age, time just flies. Anyhow, back to you, Jim, and that AC9GO.
Okay, sounds good there, Larry. Well, see, the PEC fair will be getting underway about towards the end of that next month there in August. I'm sure the Rock County fair will be getting underway soon, and that's about it there. So okay, and I think Ogle County has their fair. They're going to start their fair next week. So okay. Larry, thanks for checking in. Thanks for your comment there. KC9YI, Scott and Monroe, what's going on? I know you were at the Greene County Fair this a few weeks ago, so I won't need to ask you if you're going to any county fairs, because I know you went to the Monroe Fair earlier this month.
Nope, we didn't, Jim. We're staying clear of the crowds too. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI. Our good friend has got COVID right now, and so we're not seeing them right now. She's coming along pretty good though. She got those pills, I think, and I think she's feeling pretty good. She tested negative for the first time yesterday, so I can't remember if you got to wait a week or so before you can really associate with people after having it. So no, we're staying clear of all the big groups and stuff. We're trying to. I don't know. We've got a camp meeting tomorrow that I've been toying with the idea of going or not going. I don't know. Like I say, it's quite a bit of it around right now. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Okay, Scott, sounds good. Yeah, that's right. You always have your monthly meeting about this time there too. So okay, that sounds good there. We'll have our monthly Steve's County Repeater Association meeting at the end of, that would be August the 13th. It'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow. Definitely do that now. And I think that's also when we will have our cruise night here in Freeport too. So, okay, Scott. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll definitely talk to you on the Greene County net this coming Sunday night. By the way, I was at the fair yesterday. I had my HC with you, and I heard you talking to Dave over in the Broadhead. I was monitoring 110. I heard you guys talking yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's pretty good to hear it down there. Well, that kind of makes me feel good that you could hear the repeater down there. We're still on the lower antenna for transmit, but maybe the band conditions were pretty good. Well, that sounds good. Glad you could hear us down there, Jim. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI. I'll be clear.
7-3, Scott. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll catch you on the Greene County net this coming Sunday night. Okay, that concludes my list. We have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? If you're coming home from the Steve's County Fair, or if you're coming home from coming over from the grocery shopping, you're coming home for your Friday night fish fries, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you're coming home from the Steve's County Fair, or if you got something else going on, if you just came home, turned your radio on, or you've been copying the net for the last, copying the mail for the last 40 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region with ground traffic. Please call KC9GCR. as I was saying, this, it was exactly 11 years ago tonight that I had my very first 50-plus check-ins to the Friday Night Fun Net. We were at that time, we were on the 147.255 repeater. That repeater had a good, tremendous footprint at the time. I was picking up stations from Minnesota and Iowa, so I still have the original check-in list from that night. So I'm going to run the station. I'm going to run down the list of the stations that checked in so far. First check-in, W9GD, and the second check-in, N2AM. Haven't heard from him in a coon age. Coons it. KE0RIU, K9RMK, K9OMG, KC9DFX, the late Jim Mendris. He used to be always a faithful check-in to this net. Let me reset. Number 7, K9UNK. Number 8, KC9SQR. That's Will. Number 9, K9GJN. Number 10, W9DSD. K11, K9BY. Number 12, KB1GRJ, Steve Down Pole. Number 13, the late great Larry Kincannon, KB9RZC. Passed away last year. Number KE9AU, number 15 at K9NWE. Number 16 N9OTC, I believe we have a John. W3GOE, let me reset. Number 18 was Vince, KC9TSU. That was before he changed his call to K9TSU. 19 KC9QLU, K9NNW, W0BDN, W9DWP, number 23, and myself, K9GCR. Number 24, K9CUK, K9SVJ, N9IMH, KB0LEJ, KB9OPP, N9GYG, N9NQD. That was Art. He was checking number 30. AK9W, K9RUF, K9RUH, and Scott, K9YI, you were checking number 34 that night. K9RMJ, K9QFC, K9GRN, K9TIL was Frankie. Haven't heard from him in a while. Number 39 was K9KKB, and number 40, Brad Smith, AE9G. He started the Friday Night Fun Net. Contrary to popular belief, that was not me who started. It was Brad. Number 41, N9OWP. N9SOC. Tom. Oh, God. N9SOC. Linda KC9QLS, number 43. K9QYN, W9KUY. Number 46 was Jerry, N9ZBI. KB9TXI, K9DDF, John and Elton was number 48. Number 49 was Eric, the trustee of the 255 repeater, N9MCS, and KC0MGZ, N89G. One moment, please. 80GBB, Panclin 9 was checking number 52. 53 N9QFK, 54 K09LR. That was oh yeah, that he was a trustee of the repeater of the Greene County 145-110 repeater. Jerry, that's right. Number 55, K9EEZ. That was Travis, and there was Wisconsin, Greene County, and the last was really not least, KT9SF, Scott, at the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club. Of course, his call is now AE9SF. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun at Central Air in Freeport. This is my, read my note. I had 56 check-ins, the most check-ins I've ever had. Another new record for check-ins on the Friday Night Fun net. The first 50 check-in or above the net. The best of the Friday Night Fun net, one for the ages. Back in 2011, I was sending records right and left for check-ins on the Friday Night Fun net. Like I said, this will forever be my all-time favorite Friday Night Fun net from Friday, July 29, 2011, exactly 11 years ago tonight. I remember the day before, well, Wednesday evening, we had a terrific thunderstorm go through. We lost electric power for about, let's see, I think for about 20 hours. We didn't get our power back until 8 o'clock Thursday night, for the July 28th. Because the power came back in time to run so I could run the Saturn net on the 6-1 repeater at that time. Because I was debating that night, how am I going to run the Friday Night Fun net? I'm going to have to use my HT to do it. So I was thinking about going to Radio Shack and getting some batteries, but fortunately the power came back on, and then the next night, July 29th, 2011, history was made. We'll put it that way. Okay, back to the current time there. Friday, July 29, 2022. Are there any more stations that like to check in at this time? Please call now. I was going to say that night I had to end up using a piece of scratch paper to write down all my check-ins, and finally I had to end up using another sheet of paper to redo my check-in list. But okay, that's what happened Friday, July 11th, July 29, 2011. Okay. Okay. Let me get all my papers straightened out here. One moment, please. One moment, please. Okay, now I had to go to the other side, the other end of the room there and get my magnifying glass. Now we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, I still do not have the newest ARRL Tech Q&A book. If anybody's got any dime to spare or anything like that, or any money to spare, if you could order a new Tech Q&A book and get it to me in the mail, I would sure appreciate that. My mailing address is 320 North Harlem Avenue, apartment 606, Freeport, Illinois 61032, 3838. So until I get that new Tech Q&A book, I'm going to have to still use the general and extra Q&A books for the trivia segment. So okay, let's get things underway here. Those of you who work Rtty and Rtty should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What is the maximum symbol rate permitted for Rtty or data emission transmitted at frequencies below 28 megahertz? A, 56 kilobaud. B, 19.6 kilobaud. C, 1200 baud. D, 300 baud. What is the maximum symbol rate permitted for Rtty or data emission transmitted at frequencies below 28 megahertz? A, 56 kilobaud. B, 19.6 kilobaud. C, 1200 baud. D, 300 baud. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, I guess we don't have anybody who works RTTY already, so I'll read the question and get the correct answer. What is the maximum symbol rate permitted for RTTY or data emission transmitted at frequencies below 28 megahertz? Correct answer is D delta 300 baud. We'll try to get away from these more advanced technical questions. Okay. What is the voluntary band plan restriction for U.S. stations transmitting within the 48 contiguous states in the 50.1 to 50.125 megahertz band segment? A, only contacts with stations not within the 48 contiguous states. B, only contacts with other stations within the 48 contiguous states. C, only digital contacts. D, only SSTV contacts. What is the voluntary band plan restriction for U.S. stations transmitting within the 48 contiguous states, the 50.1 to 50.125 megahertz band segment? A, only contacts with stations not within the 48 contiguous states. B, only contacts with other stations within the 48 contiguous states. C, only digital contacts. D, only SSTV contacts. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, I'll read the question again and give the correct answer. What is the voluntary band plan restriction for U.S. stations transmitting within the 48 contiguous states in the 50.1 to 50.125 megahertz band segment? Correct answer is A, alpha, only contact with stations not within the 48 contiguous states. And the discussion is rather lengthy, so I'm not even going to bother to read it. Oh, I read that question. I'm not going to read it again. Oh boy. Oh, I read that question too. I read that one too. Okay, I haven't read this question in a while. Where on Earth do ionospheric layers reach their maximum height? A, where the sun is overhead. B, where the sun is on the opposite side of Earth. C, where the sun is rising. D, where the sun is just set. Where on Earth do ionospheric layers reach their maximum height? A, where the sun is overhead. B, where the sun is on the opposite side of Earth. C, where the sun is rising. D, where the sun is just set. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. Where on Earth do ionospheric layers reach their maximum height? Correct answer is A, alpha, where the sun is overhead. Discussion is rather lengthy, so I'm not going to read that one. This is K9GCR. Are we still on the air? Are we still getting out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm hearing you here, Jim. This is KC9YI.
I think people are out enjoying the weather. questions. I'm not reading that one. I'm going to read some questions from the extra Q&A. Okay. I think I read that one. I'm not reading that one again. Oh, good. Oh, boy. Okay, we'll try this one. Which of the following may reduce or eliminate intermodulation interference in a repeater caused by another transmitter operating in close proximity? A bandpass filter in the feed line between the transmitter and receiver. B, a properly terminated circulator at the output of the repeater's transmitter. C, utilizing a Class C final amplifier. D, utilizing a Class D final amplifier. Which of the following may reduce or eliminate intermodulation interference in a repeater caused by another transmitter operating in close proximity? A bandpass filter in the feed line between the transmitter and receiver. B, a properly terminated circulator at the output of the repeater's transmitter. C, utilizing a Class C final amplifier. D, utilizing a Class D final amplifier. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KC9YI.
Yeah, but go ahead, Scott.
Well, I'll take a guess. I think it's A as an alpha, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I'll tell you what. Thanks for trying, Scott, but that's not correct. That's not correct. Thanks for trying anyway. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
KD9APZ.
Hey, Al, go ahead.
Using Bravo, you use a circulator.
You are correct, Al, you are correct. Which of the following may reduce or eliminate intermodulation interference in a repeater caused by another transmitter operating in close proximity? Correct answer is B, Bravo. A properly terminated circulator at the output of the repeater's transmitter. Circulators and isolators are usually highly effective in eliminating intermodulation between two transmitters. They work like one-way valves, allowing energy to flow from the transmitter to the antenna while greatly reducing energy flow in the opposite direction. You might think that installing some type of a filter would cure the problem, but that's not true in this case because the offending transmitter will have a very strong signal in the filter's passband. Extra class license manual, page 7-22, which I do not have. Okay, Al, K9EPZ. We're talking about county fairs. I know you probably have never been to a fair in many years, but I was going to ask you, back in your younger days, did you used to go to the fairs way back when?
Some years ago, I used to go to some of the fairs. Not when I was real young in Chicago, but when I got a little bit older. I used to go like to the Kane County Fair. Used to enjoy it too.
Oh yeah, that's something I always look for every year to go. That's going to Stevenson County Fair. I quit going around rides many years ago, so I don't get involved in that anymore. But I like to go just to look around, see the different, eat all the different foods there. First thing I do when I get to the fair, I go to the Hog House. That's Stevenson County Pork Producers. They have different kinds of sandwiches or something like that, like the pork sandwiches. On the outside the building, they have a little sign there. There's a cartoon character of a pig. It says, try a pork supreme. You'll squeal for more. Well, that's what I did. I always have a pork supreme sandwich, and I put a lot of barbecue sauce on there, and I'll tell you what, that was good too. But I did not squeal for another sandwich. I said once is enough.
Oh yeah, that's some of that spare food is good. I was going to bring up something which I don't think it matters to the people here on the radio, but I had some unfortunate luck this morning. Someone broke into my house and took my lockbox. So all my important papers, insurance policies, the deed on the title on my mobile home, everything's gone. Plus, I won't get into it on the air. Quite my entire life savings that I was saving for my children would have something when I passed.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully they'll catch the perpetrator doing that too. That's right. And that's not right. I'm sure you had your door locked too. Oh boy, it seems like you can't win for losing. So what are you going to do? Are you going to talk? I'm sure you talked to the sheriff's department. They sent some investigators out there, and I'm sure you'll probably talk to the proper authorities like your bank and your landlord and what have you.
I'm doing the best I can to get a hold of it. I did have a sheriff's deputy that came here today and talked to me, and I know talked to some other people. But the strange thing about it is there's not that many people that knew where it was, and enough to come in here, take it, and go over on my refrigerator and grab my keys so they could unlock it. So it had to be somebody who'd been here. I have a feeling I know who it was. Someone that did some work for me. But yeah, it's. I'm just. I don't know. It just hurts. I mean, I'll manage about the money. With the way chance of me saving up anymore, and my children are not happy right now. But my biggest thing is I need the paperwork. For one, so it's hard to get them replaced, and two, there's enough information there for them to steal my identity and cite everything I own over to them.
Okay. Hopefully you'll get a hold of the people, these other corporations, and tell them let them know what's going on. Have them put a put a hold on that in case they try to do that. That's oh boy, I don't know. That's a shame. Thank God you're all right, but that ain't the idea. That's terrible. That's all there is to it.
And like I said, I can't really blame anybody. Like I said, there's one person I'm thinking may have possibly been. And I mean, I have a lot of people over here. A lot of hams come here to help me and stuff, and I don't think it was any of them. That's one thing I don't think a ham would mess with another ham.
I don't think so either, Al. That's unfortunate. Well, if you have any more information, take some and let the sheriff's department know. That's Tell you what, when you get enough money saved up again, get yourself a DOG, a guard dog, the police dog, and have them keep them in your house and have them on a long leash. That's all I can tell you.
Unfortunately, they won't let me have any dog over 25 pounds, and I'm really not in the physical condition to take the dog out and walk the dog and things that need to be done. That's why I have a cat.
Okay. This is K9RFD Repeater, Friday Night Fun at W9AXD Repeater, Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun at February report. Well, Al, thank God you didn't get hurt. That's an unfortunate thing that happened. We'll be praying for you, and we'll just thank you for letting us know anyway. So hopefully things will eventually work out for the best. Al, thanks for checking in. Okay, before we resume trivia segment, we have any more stations who want to check in. Please call now.
Kilowatt. Kilowatt, Echo 9 Norway. My name is Kurt. I'm in Roscoe.
KD9MED, Kurt in Roscoe, round Preston. Okay, Kurt, what's going on with you? I'm asking a question. Are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
No, not really. I was never a fair goer to begin with. We just never went to fairs. Typically, my parents couldn't afford to do that, and so we never made a habit of doing it. But once or twice, I think I might have gone, but other than that, no. So I'm not really used to going to them. The only thing I'm going to is the CFMC Hamfest in the fall at Belvedere, and that's about it, Jim. Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard they're doing some improvements to the Boone County Fairgrounds. I think they're expanding the grandstand, and I think they're building a new Grange Museum or something like that. I saw that on the news earlier this week. So so they'll be looking forward to seeing some improvements there on that weekend anyway.
Well, that'll be good. I think it's always been pretty good in general, but other than that, that's about what's going on. Anyhow, I'll be listening, Jim. KE9N.
Okay, Kurt, sounds good. It's a very slow net tonight. I think people are, your check-in number is 16. I think people are out enjoying the weather. I think that's what it is. I think I always say, take your HCs with you. You're going out like that there. So, okay, sounds good. Also, I heard on the Chicago Night Watch net last night, I heard they were talking about that. Of course, that's their big deal they have. I think it's $8 in advance, from what I understand.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyhow, Jim, I'll send it back your way. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Okay, Kurt, thanks, sir, for checking in. I'm sure in the coming weeks there, well, we got less than 2 months to go before that. Richard N90 will definitely let us know the information there about the ticket prices and what have you. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Okay, I want to read a couple more questions from this ARRL extra Q&A, and I think we'll just call it quits as far as the trivia goes tonight. What undesirable effect can occur when using an IF noise blanker? A. Received audio in the speech range might have an echo effect. B. The audio frequency bandwidth of the received signal might be compressed. C. Nearby signals may appear to be excessively wide even if they meet emission standards. D. FM signals can no longer be demodulated. What undesirable effect can occur when using an IF noise blanker? A. Received audio in the speech range might have an echo effect. B. The audio frequency bandwidth of the received signal might be compressed. C. Nearby signals may appear to be excessively wide even if they meet emission standards. D. FM signals can no longer be demodulated. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay. What undesirable effect can occur when using an IF noise blanker? Correct answer is C, Charlie. Nearby signals may appear to be excessively wide, even if they meet emission standards. Okay, we'll move on. Oh, good grief. These questions are too technical for my liking, so I'm going to move on here. Okay, how can an RF power amplifier be neutralized? A, by increasing the driving power. B, by reducing the driving power. C, by feeding a 180-degree out-of-phase portion of the output back to the input. D, by feeding an in-phase component of the output back to the input. How can an RF power amplifier be neutralized? A, by increasing the driving power. B, by reducing the driving power. C, by feeding a 180-degree out-of-phase portion of the output back to the input. D, by feeding an in-phase component of the output back to the input. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, how can an RF power amplifier be neutralized? Correct answer is C, Charlie, by feeding a 180-degree out-of-phase portion of the output back to the input. Neutralization is a technique of using negative feedback to prevent parasitic oscillations in a power amplifier caused by positive feedback within the amplifying devices. Excuse me. Negative feedback is out of phase with the input signal and acts to stabilize the amplifier gain. Skip, all right.
KC9CFL, the net control.
KC9CFL, good evening, Mike.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Sounding pretty good this Friday evening. Figured I'd jump in and check in real quick. I don't have any traffic, but see what you're up to.
I'm doing fine, Mike. We're talking about county fairs. I'm asking everybody, are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
I don't know. Usually we go to one fair for 4th of July at Kirkland, and that's about it. We got a one-year-old baby, and it's kind of hard to really do anything fun at the fair when you got a one-year-old, so.
I know just what you mean, Mike. Yeah, I hear you there. Okay, hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We've got a slow net tonight. I think you're checking number 17. I think everybody's out enjoying the weather.
I think they're trying to before it gets too hot. KC9 CFL will be clear. You have a good night, Jimmy. Bye.
You too, Mike. Thank you for checking in. Any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay. No, I'm not reading those questions or all those figures or what have you there. Okay, what is an advantage of using top loading in a shortened HF vertical antenna? A, lower Q. B, greater structural strength. C, higher losses. D, improved radiation efficiency. What is an advantage of using top loading in a shortened HF vertical antenna? A, lower Q. B, greater structural strength. C, higher losses. D, improved radiation efficiency. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, I think the answer is D. It's more efficient.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. What is the advantage of using top loading in a shortened RF vertical antenna? Correct answer is D, delta, improved radiation efficiency. Top loading is a technique that can reduce loading coil losses. The method requires that a capacitive hat be added above the coil. A capacitive hat is so named because it consists of wire spokes or rings that have a hat-like appearance. The added capacitance at the top of the antenna allows a smaller value of loading inductance. This results in lower system losses, thus improving antenna radiation efficiency. Extra class license manual, page 9-13. Okay. I'm going to read one more question. If I can find it, I think that's going to do it. Okay. Last question of the evening. Why is the physical length of a coaxial cable transmission line shorter than its electrical length? A. Skin effect is less pronounced in the coaxial cable. B. The characteristic impedance is higher in a parallel feed line. C. The surge impedance is higher in a parallel feed line. D. Electrical signals move more slowly in a coaxial cable than in air. Why is the physical length of a coaxial cable transmission line shorter than its electrical length? A. Skin effect is less pronounced in the coaxial cable. B. The characteristic impedance is higher in a parallel feed line. C. The surge impedance is higher in a parallel feed line. D. Electrical signals move more slowly in a coaxial cable than in air. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9M.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say D as a dog.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. It is D as in dog. Why is the physical length of a coaxial cable, a transmission line, shorter than its electrical length? Correct answer is D as in dog, D delta. Correct. Electrical signals move more slowly in a coaxial cable than in air. The electrical length of a transmission line is measured in wavelengths at a given frequency. To calculate the physical length of a line for a given electrical length, multiply the electrical free space length by the velocity factor. Extra class license manual, page 9-29. That concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. We'll have another session next Friday night. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay. This is a homemade radio nug joke, courtesy of Chris, K9OEG in South Beloit. You know you are a radio nut when you think your girlfriend is your keeper when she is willing to carry your HTs and batteries in her purse for you. If you have a homemade radio nut jokes you want to pass along, you can give me a call here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN-FN 232-3636. The homemade radio nut jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway. Okay, so much for that. Any more stations want to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, I'll tell you what. I think this is a slow net tonight anyway. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. Let's see. in about 40 minutes at 10 p.m. If you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, the PL 114.8 plus offset, night watch will be getting underway at 10 o'clock. That net runs 7 nights a week. Last night they ran for just over an hour. It all depends on who net control is and how many check-ins they get. I think every Friday night they have like a Friday night get-together at one of the restaurants in the Chicago or what have you there. After they get done with that, they check it. They start the net. So I think that's what's happening there. So if you cannot get into that net on the repair, you can get into that net via the Echo Link. Again, the night watch net is held at 10 p.m. every night, 7 nights a week, on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. Also, don't forget tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, Saturday evening at Ragchew and net. Let's see. I believe Larry K9KCT. I believe you'll be net control. And I filled in the last week for Jamie W9JTC. So Larry K9KCT will be your net control station tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on this repeater for the Saturday evening Ragchew net. 84 degrees tomorrow. Watching the news on channel 39. Cool start and all right. What's going on? Chance of rain. Comfortable weekend. Chance of rain Monday. Heat returns midweek. Temperatures into the 90s likely. Okay. Good news. Okay, tomorrow evening at 9 p.m., if you are able to pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, actually that repeater is located in New Berlin, Wisconsin, come to find out, you got the Saturday night fun net. That net is a lot more structure than this one. You got to check in a certain way. And some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on the net. Oh, looking at the upper level pattern. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Oh, look at that warm weather, that beautiful warm weather. And then the dark brown. Heat builds in. Tuesday, 87. Wednesday, 95. Thursday, 92. Okay. We're in business. Okay, once again, that's a Saturday night fun net that's held on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee or New Berlin, PL of 127.3 minus offset. Sunday evening, August 4th, August 8th, temperature outlook, warm. Okay. Monday, Sunday evening, got the Greene County Aries Races net. That meets on the 145.110 repeater Monroe, PL 123.0 minus offset at 7:30 p.m. Scott, K9YI is net control. It's a combination, Aries Races and Ragchew net. Last night, they got done right just before 8 o'clock, but by the time the Belvedere net started. And speaking of the Belvedere net, Big Thunder Apps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on Sunday evenings on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere with the PL 100.0 plus offset. I regret to say recently I've not been able to get into that repeater. The Whiteside County Aries Group holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. That has a PL of 114.8 minus offset. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. That antenna is located about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Then immediately following that net, at 8:30 p.m. on the Savannah 147.135 repeater. That has a PL of 107.2 plus offset. They're trying to get the Savannah net going again. It's mostly more or less rag tune than it is a regular net, but they're trying to get it going again. Okay, Monday evenings at 7 p.m. here on this repeater, we got the Monday night rah-rah info net. Larry, K9KCT, and I share the duties of net control. I ran a net with this past Monday. I had a total of 11 check-ins. This is a great net we have on Monday night, folks. Let's keep those check-ins going. We'd love to get maybe about 20 or 30 check-ins. That'd be great. That Monday night net has been a long-time tradition on the Rockford Ham Radio. We sure hate to see that net go by the board, so please, do start checking in that Monday night net. Okay. Oh, yeah. Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, PL of 82.5 minus offset. The Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net. And at 8:30 p.m. on Mondays on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb, PL 100.0 minus offset. The Kitchwaukee Amateur Radio Club holds its Monday evening net. Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. We got two nets at started at that time. We got the first of the two health and tech nets, which meets on 147.195 repeater. In Rockford, PL 114.8 plus offset with Larry, Ace9GO, and Rockton S here net control. And I do the Thursday evening net also at 7 p.m. on the same repeater. That's the Thursday evening health and tech net. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, and if you have any technical questions. Also, at the same time, the Rock County Aries Races group, Rock County Aries Races net is held also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville. That has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Tuesday evenings at 9 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with a PL 147.2 plus offset. The Ogle County Amateur Radio Network Aries Skywarn meets. I believe that Ogle County Fair is going to get underway next week, and they're talking about having a Skywarn station to set up just in case they have a severe weather. So we'll see what happens. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. I host the Seamson County Aries net. And this also at just a minute, I better do the Rock County net first. Wednesday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit. PL 123.0 plus offset. The Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club holds their Wednesday evening. Okay, now Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our Wednesday evening swap net. I was net controlled station, and I'm trying to think. Let me get out my paperwork here for the Wednesday evening swap net. I gotta see how many check-ins I had. Okay. Okay, I had a total of 6 check-ins. I checked in Al K9EPZ. He checked in the Aries net earlier, but I put him down for the checking on the swap net. Okay. Okay, our swap net is held from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. till all traffic is handled. Mel, K9RFD, the trustee of the 39 Repeater brings us Hampshire Radio Newsline. 15-minute independent news broadcast of the entire Hampshire Radio. So, Mel was not home, so we did not have a newscast, but I'm sure we'll have one the next week when he's in control. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, we got, I already mentioned the second Health and Tech Net hosted by yours truly at 7 p.m. on Thursdays on 147.195 repeater. The K9RFD is held every day, Monday through Friday, from between hours of 1400 and 1500 hours Zulu on 14.287 megahertz at 20 meters upper sideband with the Chuck. WD9BB as your net control station. Okay, now you're all caught up today on your local nets. If you think anybody thinks of any other nets, please let me know. Okay. Support your local net control operators, your local nets. Support your local repeaters, and if you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
C9 GCR. This is Alpha Kilo 9 Foxtrot, Dave and Boy, no traffic.
AK9F, okay, Dave, I've got you checked in. I'm asking a question. Are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
Yes, I just did. The Rock County Fair was this week, and yes, I did attend on Tuesday.
That's good, that's good. Did you have a good time?
Repeat that. I think the repeater ID stepped on you.
This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, and W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. I got a copy. You went to Rock County Fair. Did you have a good time?
It wasn't anywhere near as big as usual. Had a lot less food choices, a lot less exhibits, but they claim it's going to be better next year. Over.
I'll tell you what. Our Stevenson County Fair wasn't anything to write home about either this year. They didn't have 4-H exhibits. They didn't have any. Our dining hall is empty. They're talking about building a new one, and that's no tractor pulls. But there was a lot of people there, and well, of course, I go there just to look around and go and eat the food anyway. I quit doing the rides many years ago, but I still like going out there to the fair.
I quit doing the rides also that they have out there. Once in a while I might do a Ferris wheel, but other than that, that's about it. But otherwise, though, the food was about half, they had about half the food stands they normally have. They have no dining hall at Rock County. It's individual food stands. And some of the major ones they've had in the past weren't there, the better ones. So, Area Association of trailer there, and they're doing a good job. Had a nice long line there. But other than that, and then on Tuesday night, the show wasn't a musical show. It was actually a movie called Sing 2, and grandstand is almost always free at Rock County. So, over.
Okay, sounds good. I know what tonight, the Stevenson County Fair, they're going to have a country show and have a grandstand show. And tomorrow night they're going to have a demo derby, and at the end to close out the fair, they're going to have a fireworks display. First time that's ever been done. It's going to be a free admission there. So that's what's going on. Okay, Dave. Thanks for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend.
K9RFD.
Okay, any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please go on.
KC9GCR, K9FLO.
K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net of the W9AXD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. I was just out thinking about you after I got done with Dave, talking to Dave, AK9F. What's going on with you, Dean? And when I'm asking a question, are you planning on attending any county fairs this year?
KC9GCR, K9FLO. And good evening to Dave out there up in Beloit. Good to hear you in there. And, yep, we'll probably, hopefully, we try to get to the closest fair we have, which is Boone County. And that's always kind of a fun one to go to. That's the largest county fair in the state now. So they really have a horrendous turnout there. And of course you go for the usual reasons, the food. I enjoyed that, the beef sandwiches and the, trying to take the other goodies there. All the stuff I shouldn't have anymore, but still enjoy it. And if we're up to it, maybe go for the tractor pull. Now, of course, they have Thursday is senior day, so all seniors get in free. So that's why we like it too. There, Chippy. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, well that sounds good. Yeah, I heard watching the news earlier this week. They're making a lot of improvements to the fairgrounds over in Belvedere. They're having their grandstand is being improved. I think it's being enlarged, and I think they're also expanding or they're building a new Grange museum. I guess there's going to be a lot of improvements out there, like new security lighting and street lighting and what have you.
But that ought to be good. Yeah, they, like I said, they're the fair there. That's like I said, they're number one in the state for county fair for size. Really get a good turnout. Now, this year, who knows? Last year I was surprised on the amount of people that were there. Of course, the only day I go is the one that's senior day, but it was pretty full there last year. So it's always fun to go around to the exhibits. You know, we kind of still like to do it, and used to try to get in and see the tractor pulls and stuff like that. But by that time of the night, you know, we're kind of wore out. The old body doesn't hang in there quite as good as it used to. So we'll go over and stand by the fence and watch the early ones. And, you know, okay, we've seen it. Great for this year, then that's it for us. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
That sounds good there, Dean. Yeah, well, of course, I'm planning on attending the Radio Expo this year, and I'll be looking forward to seeing some of those improvements they got out at the fair. Yeah, that's good. Of course, our Seeps County Fair runs it started Tuesday. It runs tonight and tomorrow night. I was just telling Dave there. AK9F tonight there's a grandstand show of some of the country star, and then tomorrow night they'll have the demolition derby, and then to close out the fair they're going to have a fireworks display. That's the first time that we ever had a fireworks display at the Seems County Fair. Of course, 4th of July here we had no fireworks, officially sponsored fireworks. So they were probably saving it for our fair here.
Well, that's a good idea. A real good idea. I don't know if they have one at Belvedere or not. Fireworks at the end. We're never there on a Sunday. That's usually all the younger people there. But yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. You know, this year we didn't go down to the fireworks in Rockford. We have in the years past, but we didn't. We just stayed home and we watched it on TV. But it was interesting that I'm almost sure they did not have a grand finale, at least not like the traditional ones you always see. But at least, unless they cut it short on TV, but I don't think so. I don't think they had a grand finale at the Rockford Fireworks. Maybe a budget was cut, or may not have been available. There might have been shortage on, the fireworks. Who knows? There, Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I thought they had a grand finale. I was watching the fireworks, too, of that night on TV at night there. But, okay. Well, sometimes that's the way it goes. I don't think any other county fair is having fireworks this way. We're having first time we're having one, first time ever. And they're gonna open the gates after the demo derby, and then it's gonna be free admission. So I don't know if they'll start it'll be around 8:30. They'll do it. So I don't know if I'm assuming they'll probably start the fireworks at probably around 9:30 or so. They're probably going to wait till completely gets dark there. So we'll see what happens.
Well, whatever. Try to get out there and do your thing. That's a good thing to do. That's the signal that the summer is on the downswing, and boy, things are going to start getting the days are daylight times are going to start slipping away pretty quick. That's the drawback to August. We'll have a number of good hot days, but it's always the sign of the change coming about. Of course, the corn's getting very yellow and getting extremely tall right now, but kind of, you look forward to like the fairs and that, but on the other hand, boy, that means the end of summer's coming about, and I enjoy the summer, but I can't complain about our winters either. I'm very content with our environment up here, especially when I talk to friends of mine down in Florida and Texas, and I hear what their their electric bill is, and their water bill, and holy smokes, what they pay in a month down there for that item is more than what I pay for the entire season up here for everything. It is really expensive down there, so I guess Paradise has a dollar bill on it. They're Jimmy, KC9GCR, K9FLO.
K9GCR, I had the pleasure of being down in Florida, spent 3 weeks down in Florida with my older sister and my brother-in-law. They're both passed away now. They lived in a town called Boca Raton, Florida, north of Miami. Went down there, I think it was toward the mid-May, approach the end of May. I'll tell you what, it was hot every day I was down there. Spent 3 weeks for 5 days straight. The temperature, we had to run the air. My sister and my brother-in-law had to run the air conditioner in their house. This was 95 degrees. Now this was towards the end of May. It was like July weather, and when it rained down there, it never cooled off at all. It just made the humidity, things more humid down there.
So there was hot rain.
Oh yeah, you bet. That's for sure. But oh yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Dean, hey, thanks for checking into the Friday Night Fun. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you next Friday night.
All right, Jimmy, take care. 7-3s. Have fun at the fair. Enjoy it. We only can do it once a year. I am looking forward to it, and the goodies and things like that, and seeing all the people and the vendors out there selling our goods and that. And once I'm done with that, then okay, now on to the next year. So, but yeah, and you're right. I'll tell you what, my daughter lives down in Florida, and my sister-in-law lives in Florida, and cousins and all that, and it's you really it must be nice to be able to do that. No doubt about it. I suppose if I had to wear a boss to be able to have a place on there 6 months and this and that, but man, I'll tell you, it's different. Anyway, Jimmy, all right, catch you later. Take care of 7-3s, KC9 GCR, K9RFD.
7-3 teens, have a good week. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you next Friday night. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. This is KC9 GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net and the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay, do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, like I said, it's a slow night tonight with the weather. 19 check-ins so far. Not like the 56 check-ins I had exactly 11 years ago on this date and back in 2011. So okay, go figure. Everybody's enjoying. Like I said, take your HTs with you if you're going to go out and enjoy the nice weather. So that's what they're for. Okay, any more stations you want to check in? Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and read the Amper's code. I do not know of any HF contests are going on this weekend, so I'll skip the DX code of conduct and the contester's code of ethics. We'll just read the Amper's code. Number one, the Amper is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. 2, the Amper is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League, to which Amps Radio is represented. Number 3, the amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practices above reproach. 4, the amateur is friendly, slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. Number 5, the amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he holds at his home, his job, his school, or his community. 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony K9RFD always used to say, something to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. And like I said at the beginning of the net, please pray for the people down in Kentucky. They're going through you-know-what with the flooding situation down there. Their cell phones and their internet is out, so the Aries Races, Skywarn, and Salvation Army Saturnnet members they're doing their best at trying to help out the people in Kentucky. So please keep these ham radio operators down there in your thoughts and prayers. They're going to need it. Okay, are there any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time. You're coming home from the Stevenson County Fair? Are you coming home from your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, or grocery shopping, or the show? Getting ready for that weekend, or you just came home, turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 1 hour and 50 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from everywhere in the region. With route traffic, please call K9 GCR. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. I didn't get to do them last Friday night because I had to shut the net down earlier last week because of the horrendous band conditions. So I'm going to go ahead and do my honorary check-ins now. Let's see. You know what? W9GD, I'm going to put them down as an honorary check-in. All right, I'm going to put down let's reset the repeater. Okay. N9ARB. Tony, REC here in Stevenson County. HC honorary check-in. N9EAB. Tracy, it's better half. HC honorary check-in. And we mustn't forget the Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. A9, Silver Fox. Scott, HC honorary check-in. He was my very last check-in on the July 29, 2011 56 check-in Friday Night Fun Net. And let's see. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in usually, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO, HC honorary check-in. He'll be letting us know in the coming weeks about the ticket prices for the CFMC Hamfest at the Boone County Fairgrounds. That's let's see, just a minute. That'll be Sunday, October 26th. Okay. September 26th, I should say. Okay. Justin, K9FEO, HC honorary check-ins. O, W9RFD. Okay, Ricky, net control for the Skywarn net, HC on honorary check. We got him down. Oh, yes. Brandon, KD9LOA. Nelina, HC honorary check-in, KD9. OVJ, HC honorary check-in. All right, let's see, who else I got to put down? All right, AC9JZ, Mike, HC honorary check-in, okay. Total count is 28. I'm trying to think, let's see. 19 on-air check-ins and 9 honorary check-ins, a total of 28 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations who like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, at this exact minute, exact time, 1 week ago tonight, we had to close down the net early because of horrendous band net conditions. So far, that's not happening tonight, so that's good news. That means we can stay on the air past 10 o'clock. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, any traffic or input they'd like to bring before the net? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to we've almost, I think this includes our main business anyway, but I'm going to keep the net going just in case we get any additional check-ins. So, okay, I want to thank the Round Board of Directors, Board of Trustees, Board of Directors, and Kurt K9 and Rah President for allowing us to use me to use this repeater to host a Friday Night Fun Net. He'll be putting out the ham rag in a few days, so be looking for that in your mail or however you get the ham rag. All right, I'm going to run down the list of stations that are checked in so far. KD9MED, checked in short time. We checked in before the net start, but I think I'm going to count them as a regular check-in anyway. K9KGT, AE9VU, N9GBP, K9QPL, K9HKX, H9NW, K9MED, good hearing from Kerry again. N9CNW, K9RGG, myself K9GCR net control. W9TD, the late Gene Duncan, honorary check-in. HC9GO, K9YI, Scott Monroe, host of the Greene County Aries net. Okay, K9EPZ, Al, KE9N, Kurt, K9CFL, Mike, AK9F, Dave, K9FLO, Dean. Now our honorary check-ins, N9ARB, N9TAB, AA9SF, N9CO, K9FEO, WX9RLT, K9LOA, K9OBJ, and last but certainly not least, Mike, AC9JZ. Okay, 19 on there. Let's see, I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 19 on there, let's see, make that 18 on there check-ins, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 honorary check-ins, at least a grand total of 28 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Do we have any more stations that would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Okay, I would like to thank everybody for checking into this net. We're going to keep it going here in case we get any late check-in, so don't go away. Great topic tonight. You were planning on attending any county fairs. A couple of them said yes, but the majority said no. I was out there yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to go out there tomorrow or not. I'm thinking about it. I still got money left over, so we'll see what happens. This is KD9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Okay. Any more, do we have any more stations like checking the Friday Night Fun Net? Please going on. Okay. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws. Be sure you tell your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your stockbroker, your bank cashier when you go to cash your check. Be sure you tell your members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your imams, your ayatollahs, or your mullahs. Sure you tell your news car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins, the better the net. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you clench your fist or you take a knee while the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's plain old all there is to it. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and close down the net, but I'm going to keep monitoring in case I get any late check-ins. So, again, this is the last call for any station who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region with around traffic. Please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Joe. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, net control of the Friday Night Fun Net, now closing down this Friday, July 29th, 2022 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, 11-year anniversary of the 56th check-in Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeater to bring us the normal amateur radio use. At exactly 10:05 p.m. Central Daylight time, 4 hours, 5 minutes Zulu time with a total of 28 check-ins. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. This is K9GCR wishing you a very pleasant 73s to all, and to all a good night. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9GCR. Go ahead and post it. Definitely a slow net tonight. At a 2-hour, 5-minute net, and it's at 28 check-ins so far. K9GCR Friday Night Fun. By the way, I didn't know if you were going to get back in or not, but what are you planning on going to the Ogle County Fair next week? Okay, I was listening to the Tuesday night Ogle County Ham Radio Net for Every Sky when they're talking about having a sky war on the station that set up down there. I think that's a good idea. Okay, Mike, thanks for all you do. Go ahead and post it. Talk to you next Friday night. Case 9G Sierra, we'll be clear. 7-3. Good night.